All right, so here is the notification of docket entry for the hearing that I went to today in the Northern District of Illinois before Judge Daniel. My identity was verified at the security login. I also saw several people that I used to work with. I wore an outfit that I used to wear when I worked there, skirt and top to a T. I've worn it before with different shoes. Some people recognize me. I spoke to one of the U.S. attorneys that I recognize with the attorney who appeared on the case as counsel for the U.S. For the defendant in this matter. And they left. I appeared before the court, and my motion and my hearing and my case rather was reinstated. And the court adopted my reasoning. They did consider my motion and adopted my reasoning for service by ECF notification because the U.S. attorney was notified and accepted service by ECF notification. So that was adopted. That language was adopted and used today in court. And a hearing was set. They plan to file a motion to dismiss the case. He said, I don't understand why the case would be reopened, and the judge let him know, to prosecute the case, to give her a chance to be heard. And so he granted my motion to vacate the judgment entered and gave them an opportunity to properly file a motion to dismiss and me to file a response. Even though they haven't been served. So apparently their appearance, I'm still going to file the summons. Even though I still have time, I have a 45-day extension from January 6th, which is the 90-day period. I have a 45-day extension from that time because the courts were closed and there's a general order that extended it by 45 days. So I do have time to file that summons and get that taken care of. And they have to file their motions if they want to get the case dismissed like normal people. So they do have to answer me. Which is wonderful. I'm excited to see what their response is going to be. But I would hope that it would include the reason that they feel that they had permission to monitor and surveil my lines and use my lines when I clearly, if I signed some sort of grand jury indictment, I would be in violation of it. And I would be under arrest right now. I wouldn't be roaming around freely. I would literally be arrested for breaking a non-disclosure agreement and the rules of the grand jury. So we know good and well that I wasn't a party to it, and I never gave consent to anything concerning that by the fact that I'm protesting it. So there's going to be issues, and they're going to have to produce the reasons. I just need to get to the point of discovery so that I can ask them to produce the reasons that they feel that they were permitted to subpoena the documentation for the reason that they were monitoring my phone lines and sending messages from my phone lines. That's the issue. They were using iPads, according to Apple. They were using iPads, an Apple Watch, and an Apple phone, an Apple iPhone 15, in fact, when I only had an Apple 11 at the time. So there's going to be problems for people. None of my family had Apple 15s phones at that time. I have one now, several years later, but I didn't have one at the time. Even the number that they were tracing and forwarding was an iPhone 13. So it's